Aubrey Kaplan, who is black, describes building a little free library box in her front yard. Cute, right? Creating a self-operated community exchange of books for neighbors and visitors, and the occasional woodpecker. And it all seemed to be going perfectly until a young white couple was spotted browsing the little library. Kaplan says the experience filled her with astonishment and resentment. Quote, "What I resented was not the specific couple, it was their whiteness and my feelings of helplessness at not knowing how to maintain the integrity of a black space that I had created," end quote. The library was my lawn, but for that moment, it became theirs. But isn't that the whole point of a library? Not that I... The author was able to link this evil white couple to Jim Crow laws and burning crosses, all for looking at the books that she set out, presumably for everyone to look at, except, of course, Whitey. And that naturally got in the Times. Just but again, maybe she's onto something. Maybe we need more specific libraries.
Hi, I'd like to check out some free books. Short guys. Oh. Ooh, hi, I'd like to check out some free... No comedians? No Italians. Oh, come on, this is anti-Italian discrimination.
Sir, I am sorry. I ran out of ink.
Well, in that case, Mamma Mia!
One of my students asked me why every conversation in class devolves into me ranting about capitalism. It's because I'm the teacher that your parents warned you about. I'm the professor that's gonna turn your kids leftist. Welcome.
Make no mistake, critical race theory, equity, is one of the most racist things I have ever heard. You constantly sexualize, hurt, and push us over the edge. Stop playing with the education of children as if it's a game of Monopoly. I promise my
Recently, an opt-out option had been put in place for those who didn't want to wear masks, which benefited me greatly. But after only a week of this, you are suing the health department to take away that which I find very disconcerting. It was a health department that initially put the mask mandate in place, and under the guise of listening to the experts, you went along with it, without any resistance, and now other experts are allowing people to opt out of masks, so you sue, despite the situation being very similar. Your logic and decisions are not being consistent, which makes it very clear that your decision is not motivated by what will be best for your students, but rather control and feelings. These feelings and need for control have crossed the line from annoying to illogical and borderline tyrannical. The sheer audacity that it takes to say that you know better than your own health department, despite saying that the health departments have the experts, along with the parents and, more importantly, the physicians of the students, boggles my mind. There are plenty of doctors who have given valid opinions in regards to their patients that you have ignored because you think you know more than a doctor with years of training and experience on top of direct knowledge of their patients' medical needs, of which you know very little. As I mentioned this in my last speech, I have a sensory processing disorder that makes wearing a mask very problematic for my learning and concentration. Essentially, masks make me feel as though insects are crawling on my face at all times, and that is a reality you are trying to force on me again every day. This disorder is recognized by my doctor, which is the reason why she wrote a recommendation that I be exempt from wearing a mask. I, of course, turned this into my school while the mask mandate did not have an opt-out option. But much to my dismay, my school, STEM School Highlands Ranch, had the power to reject that note and continue to force me to wear a mask. This is what you are singing to bring back through the suit you have filed, a school system where schools can overrule doctors without reason other than they said so. It is a stance that is not only against the advice of my doctor, but peer-reviewed control group studies published by notable medical journals that I mentioned last time, such as the American Journal of Infection Control, the Journal of American Medical Association, and the National Library of Medicine, along with others that I mentioned last time, but I don't have the time to list again. If you ignore this evidence and the opinions of my doctor, it shows that it is you, the school board, and the school system that is anti-science, not those who oppose your choices. Thank you.
There might be a need or even an urgent call for an entity of excitement out there that's completely disruptive, that's not beholden to bureaucratic strings and processes.
So we really do have a problem of how the world perceives influenza, and it's going to be very difficult to change that unless you do it from within and say, I don't care what your perception is, we're going to address the problem in a disruptive way and in an iterative way, because you do need both.
But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that, beam it to a number of regional centers, if not local, if not even in your home at some point, and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer.
It's hard to misinterpret what's being said here. They're essentially outlining the pandemic. Everything we've seen from the last year and a half described right here in this video before it happened.
Brothers and sisters, the revolution will be live.
so long since you've been gone. Baby, do you remember me? I remember you. Well, I gave you my life, I gave you my moves, then I gave you my word now. Still came out fools. Do you remember me? Can you say it feels good? Baby, do you remember me? Oh, strange the reasons you would. I still have my days, I still have the same crazy ways. Baby, that's how I am now. I hope I'll never change, and I really do long for someday you'll see the power of it all. It just drives the force in me. Do you remember me? And now, can you say it feels good? Baby, do you remember me? Oh, strange reasons you would. I keep asking you, do you, do you remember me? Do you, do you remember me? Some facsimile by the way that I handle my pride. 'Cause life is so real to me, and I can't handle it, honey, this is the time. Darling, this is the place.